Hello, I'm Christy Nelson. Welcome to 5 Talk Street. My first guest is a lifestyle and family travel writer who blogs for minivan monologues.com. Carla Meadows is also a frequent contributor to the Dallas Morning News Insiders, the Daily Oklahoman, and she's a guest on Sirius XM Radio Channel 126, The Urban View. And she was also recently named a 2015 Wild Side blogger for SeaWorld and Aquatica, Texas. So she knows a lot about having fun with family while traveling.
That's right. Thanks. Thank you very much, Christy.
Yeah, and thanks for being here, Carla.
Absolutely.
So we are approaching the end of the school year. So this is the time that families really need to figure out how they're going to stay happy and satisfied through the summer.
Absolutely. What happened for us, Christy, this time last year, I was getting ready with my family to go on a 4,000-mile road trip in our minivan, and that ended up becoming the catalyst for my blog, Mommy's Minivan Monologues. And so I started working on putting together ideas for how to get ready for a fabulous road trip. So we actually crossed Texas 3 times last year.
Oh man, look at how cute you all look in these family photos.
So we had a fabulous time. We went to New Mexico, Texas. We went to Georgia, all through the Deep South, hooked back around through Tennessee, and went all through the Southwest. It was fabulous. Headed up to Colorado.
And you had a lot of adventures, it looked like.
We did. That was the greatest thing. We went to urban areas, and we also went to places where we were completely off the grid. So we got a great experience to do a little bit of both.
Now, did the kids have any say in where you went?
No. No, but what they did do is, no, they did help a lot, and actually a lot of things we looked at from a historic perspective they had studied in school, and so that made interesting points along the way. They also are big foodies, so they wanted to try different restaurants they had seen on television.
That's unusual for teenagers to be foodies.
Yes, they are big foodies, so that also helped determine a lot of the great destinations that we stopped at and attractions that we visited.
Now, you write about building intentional family moments through travel. So what do you mean by intentional family moments?
Well, the greatest thing about taking a big road trip is you are in the car. So we were in the car for more than 51 hours of actual driving time. And I'm still happily married, and my kids are still at home, so that's a good thing. But the thing is that when life is so busy now, and moms travel all around town running errands, doing this and that. But when you're taking a road trip, you really get to have some quiet time, some really intentional time to really have great conversations. So one of the biggest things we did was we had conversation starters. We'd have whole things about different questions that we might not necessarily get a chance to really visit with and really do more of a deep dive conversation in the car, but also look at things that, playing travel bingo was another great way that we could just get, just fun topics that we would talk about along the way. So it really gives a great chance to have some really great family time, really quality time in the car that you might not necessarily get because you do have a captive audience.
So you are planning a summer sequel trip. Is that this summer?
We are. That's exactly right. We're going to be working on the sequel, part 2 of our great family adventure. So we're kind of like the Griswolds driving all over the United States. So this year we're going to be looking at heading out to Florida, doing some travel in Walt Disney World area, then also combining that with looking at some of the resorts. I'll be doing reviews along the way, as well as getting a chance to visit the Florida Keys and that destination too.
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
all right, so you've got it all figured out. So let's talk about some tips for other families as far as helping them plan their summer vacation. What is your first tip for making a road trip a success?
Right. Well, one of the biggest tips I would say is to buy in bulk, because one of the things that you want to do is you want to save a little bit in your wallet and also save on your waistline too, because we found like when we would travel beforehand, we would go, as you see in the pictures, we'd go to fast food places, but we said, well, gee, we could buy in bulk, buy dry fruit, buy different snacks and so forth that you see in some of the pictures here. Also, I've put together a little basket here that shows you some of the things you can do with granola bars. You can pack your own cereal. You can take milk or other fruit drinks and have fresh fruit. And that way you can kind of stop when you want to. You can have more healthy snacks as opposed to always having to stop in a fast food restaurant all the time.
And does that save families a lot of money?
It saves a whole lot of money because when you're buying in bulk and you're able to get snacks everybody likes. The kids can plan their own trail mix. They can make what they want, have their own personal bag. I found these great road trip toppers for some of the treats, and so it makes a fun snack to have along the way and a little bit more nutritious. You can make sandwiches and eat at rest stops and things like that. It would save a lot more money than eating at restaurants.
So you said that you should have goodie bags for the kids, fun packs for the kids, and your last tip is the minivan matinee.
Right, exactly. One of the cool things about the before I talk about the matinee, we also have we also have the goodie bags where kids get a chance to have certain treats as we get to a stop. So if we stop in Savannah, if we stop in Jackson, they get a goodie bag for each trip. So it makes them read the map, gets them know about location as well too.
Okay, and of course the matinee just keeps them occupied, keeps everybody happy.
That's right, and you can have a matinee about going on a road trip. So it's great to have a chance to look at movies that actually are about people going on a road trip.
All right, well, Carla, thank you so much for being here today and all these fabulous tips, and have fun this summer.
Absolutely. I look forward to sharing that with you on my blog.
All right, and if you'd like to hear more from Carla, visit mommyminivanmonologues.com. We'll be right back with more Fight Talk Street.